So, today I am going to try to explain to people, with a little bit of a ramble, why I get offended about little things that theists do around me. This is an atheist opening up to the theists out there as to why I get offended at things like people saying, bless you, when I sneeze. I would rather hear something like, would you like a tissue? Are you okay? Or Gesundheit, even. But all of this started, this thought today, it started with a license plate cover, and I'll get to that. Recently, I've had people pray over me or want to hold my hand while they do a big ring and pray, knowing that they're people of other faiths, Muslims and Wiccans and Christians all in the same circle. But when they want me to join in, they don't understand that I do not feel like I am being respected when someone invites me into a circle to hold hands while everybody else is thinking that their magical thoughts are all intermingling. I do not do that. I can have a moment of silence and remembrance for something, but past that, I don't want to pray with you or anyone. Recently, a girl asked me to be part of an interfaith service. And I said, no, thank you, I'm an atheist. And she said to me, that's okay, it's an interfaith service. Faith is the antithesis of anything that I want to be around. Okay? And to say that something is interfaith does not make it more inclusive for me. Okay? Interfaith means inclusive of everyone else that has faith. Okay? And I find it insulting when someone thinks that their interfaith service is inclusive of free thinkers or skeptics or atheists or agnostics. So try to understand how that comes off as offensive when people don't understand that we do not have the common denominator of everyone needs faith. I don't believe that. I don't believe in faith. I don't believe in living your life by faith. Okay? I believe most of the time when people use the word faith, they should use the word confidence instead, because faith has different connotations to it. And the kind of faith where the magic of your religion makes it so that you don't have to see that you have no evidence to believe what you believe, that kind of faith, that magic-y faith, I have none of it. And I don't need it to live. And people who say that I need faith to live, that's your foot in the door trying to sell me your religion, and I'm shutting the door on it right now. And I'm telling you that is one of the most offensive things that you can say to someone who is a skeptic, is that everyone needs faith, and you have faith, and you just don't realize it. No. We've examined ourselves, and we see that we do not need faith to live. And we're happy. Okay? So, that being said, today I was driving along, and normally I would whip out my camera, but I was driving, it was stop and go traffic, and it would have been dangerous. But I saw a license plate cover, and it said, God knows you better than you know yourself. That's what it said. In 2 lines, above and below the license plate. And I was very offended by that. And I don't think most theists would understand why I would be offended by that. And so I'm going to explain that I am offended when people make lists and they say God, then family, then country, on their Facebook. I've seen many different instances in my life where people will put God above family or their own life. And to me, that is an affront to nature. That is an affront to who we are as human beings. Okay? I have no God belief, and I actually regard, many, many different things above people believing in God. Okay? Family being one of them. And every time I hear people say that they would, go against the wishes of their own parents, their own father, because their heavenly father knows better, I hate it when I see a religion using God or magic to come between the bonds of family. And in this instance, it was even worse because it read, God knows you better than you know yourself. This is a religion, and in this instance it was Christian. The guy had crosses and the NOTW, new trendy tribal sticker. In this instance, the religion was trying to come between your own sanity and yourself. This is the point where there's nothing more important than their God. That you should even disregard your own self in favor of the needs and desires of the God of your religion. And it is completely offensive to me because I see it as unnatural. I see it as not the way things are. Theists aren't going to see that is something that should be considered offensive, but as an atheist, it is one of the most offensive things that I've seen because I realize the psychological damage that this causes to people. Okay? So, hopefully in the future when people are looking back at videos like this, I'll have more people understanding where I'm coming from because right now, I live in a country where it's about 92% people that believe in some sort of magical faith. But people will identify with what I'm saying in the future. And maybe, just maybe, somebody who believes in a God can understand why I would be offended when they put their God in the middle of a list of priorities for people, and then that God is above things like loving one another and loving your parents and loving your family and loving yourself. Okay? Ramble over.